We live in a society and a world that teaches us, working hard or grinding, stressing out, feeling a lot of angst will get us what we want in life and will make us rich. And actually, it's the opposite that's true. When you look at this from a perspective of, again, what you're feeling inside reflects to the outside. The more stress, angst, confusion, headaches that you feel, the more you're going to create that for yourself out here in your 3D reality. And so given this idea that, the harder you work, the more you're going to achieve, or the harder you work, the more money you're going to make, or the harder you work, the more success you're going to have. Technically, that's not true. And you can think about this and you can see examples of it, and you might even know people in your own life, but have you seen people that have literally worked hard their entire lives and have nothing to show for it? People that have, worked, 30, 40, whatever, 50 years in the same job and have, no more money than when they started way back when, even though they've worked really hard and they've been grinding, pushing themselves each and every single day, but still the money is not there for them. The results aren't there for them. And, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with living your life like that. However, it's not going to lead you down a pathway of financial abundance. It really never will. How do we do that though? If hard work isn't what makes us rich, hard work isn't what gives us the financial abundance that we deserve and desire, what does? And it's this: feeling it now. Feeling it now. Become the person who is rich now. Become the person who is financially abundant now. And that will lead you down the path of actually attaining it. Because again, if we're feeling it inside here that we are rich, if we're believing it inside here that we are very abundant, it has to show out here. It has to. Remember, it's all a mirror reflecting what we're thinking, feeling, and believing about ourselves. And so, what if in your situation, you are in a situation in which, you don't have the money, or maybe you're, working really hard in a job and this job really can't get you to that next level, right? But you can't quit because you need to pay your bills, you need to do all that stuff. What can you do? And it's Wallace D. Wattles that talks about this in his book, The Science of Getting Rich. And he says this, he says, if you're in a job, that won't lead you to the financial abundance that you want, continue doing that job. However, continue to think, feel, and visualize and see yourself where you want to be, where you want to eventually get to. That's very, very key. So continue on living your life normally, working the job you usually work, but start changing your mindset 100%. So start thinking more abundant thoughts. Start thinking more bigger about yourself and what you're actually capable of doing, what you're actually capable of attaining, and really develop that abundant feelings inside of you while you work your normal job, while you do your own thing. And if you are to do that, he says, that job opportunity, that business idea, whatever the case is, will show up in your life. It will come at the perfect timing. Why is that? Because you're vibing at that frequency of abundance. You're vibing at that frequency of being rich. You are starting to think, believe, and feel those abundant thoughts, and thus it will reflect in your reality. New things will happen. Things will start changing. Reality will shift to make way for the new vibe that you are putting out, the new beliefs that you are putting out, okay? And so thinking abundantly, what does that mean? Do we have to sit around and do money affirmations? Well, we definitely can. That helps. There's a couple different ways to do this. First off, you can ask yourself a simple question, which I think is really a game changer. And that simple question is this: what would it feel like right now if I had all the money that I needed? If all my bills were taken care of, all my debt was paid off, I could do everything that I wanted to possibly do, nothing was off limits for me, what would that feel like right now? And if you close your eyes and you take a moment to feel what that would feel like, to visualize it, what emotion and what feeling comes up? It's a feeling of relief, right? It's a feeling of satisfaction. It's a feeling of freedom. It's a feeling of being able to have fuller expression in your life, do what you're inspired to do at all times, and have no limitations. So by feeling that as much as you can now, again, you're putting yourself in that end result of it being true, and thus reality will start shifting and changing to allow that to become fact, to allow that assumption to harden into place. There's a great affirmation that I started saying a few years ago that really and completely changed my money situation forever. And it was one that really put me in that end result of having the money that I desired. And it was simply this: money comes, money comes, money comes, money comes. I have more money than I know what to do with. I love that. Money comes, money comes, money comes, and money comes. I have more money than I know what to do with. And sitting with that affirmation and thinking about it and feeling it, again, brought on a ton of relief into my life, brought on a ton of feelings of freedom, feelings of joy, feelings of satisfaction. And when I would say that affirmation before I went to bed at night, that's when things really started shifting for me. I would have dreams about being rich at night. I would have dreams about making money at night. I'd have dreams about having my phone out and then all these chimes coming up that you've made a sale, you've made a sale, you've made a sale, and bing, 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 bing. And I kid you not, after doing that for maybe a month, everything changed in my reality and my business just shot up and took off. Both businesses I had at that time just completely shot up at the same time. And I went from making, maybe $50 a day, maybe $100 a day, to thousands a day just by saying that simple affirmation. So again, I didn't work harder to get it. It's not like I started saying that affirmation or started feeling that end result of having the abundance and everything. I didn't say any of that and then start working so much harder and, oh my gosh, I have to make it come true. No, I did what I always normally did. I worked my normal stuff, did my normal things, said that affirmation, and bang, the stuff that I had been doing normally day to day, for my normal 40-hour weeks or whatever, really started taking off, really started changing for me. And so again, this is absolutely doable for you. And the more you put your thoughts and feelings and emotions into, your inside or your vibration, and really raise it to the frequency of financial abundance, of feeling rich, that's when it's all going to come in. It's not the hard work that does it. The hard work pulls you back more. The hard work is you not trusting in your ability. The hard work is you trying to manipulate and get your hands dirty. The hard work is you giving into the illusion of life and taking things too seriously, when we can take a step back and understand the less serious we take our life, the more we treat it as a game or a simulation in this case, we strip away the fear because we know we cannot fail. It's all a game, it's all for fun. We strip away the fear, but in doing so, we allow so many more ideas to flow. We allow us to take so much more action that doesn't feel like action because it's fun, because we know we can't fail. We know whatever we do leads us to the next thing, leads us to the next thing, leads us to the next idea, so on and so forth. So it doesn't feel like hard work. It doesn't feel like taking action. It feels like fun. It feels like exhilaration. It feels like satisfaction, okay? Another way you can do this too, to get in the mindset of abundance, to get in the vibration of abundance, is to look at your life right now and look at all the abundant things that are already taking place in your life right now. Now, when I say this, I don't necessarily mean money. It can be money if you want to look at, a bank account and just feel grateful for the amount of money you have in it, even if it might not be a lot according to your perspective. But I would say look out into your life. What types of abundant things do you have already? And one example of this is if you turn on your faucet and you watch the water come down and you say, dang, look at the abundance of water I have right here in my life. Some people have to travel miles to get water. I can just flip one thing and the water comes down. Look at the abundance, of birds in the sky. Look at the abundance of trees around us right now in our life, right? Look at the warmth of the sun in the sky right now. Look at the abundance of friends, of loved ones that I have. The abundance of health that I have right now. The abundance of joy that I feel on a daily basis. There are some people that don't get to see the trees, some people that don't get to feel the sun, some people that don't have the friends, don't have the loved ones. Putting our attention and focus on those things that we abundantly have in our life and feeling gratitude for them puts us in the feeling state of abundance. It puts us in the end result of having more abundance, of being rich. Feeling how rich our life is right now creates the reality in which we are even more rich. Okay, so again, this doesn't have to be about money necessarily when you think about it. Abundance and being rich isn't always about money. However, money comes from it. It's a result of feeling it. And so the more abundant you feel on a daily basis, the more you put your focus on the abundant things in your life, no matter what they are, the more the money is going to come in. It's not about the hard work. The harder you work, the less it's going to work. And again, you probably up to this point, maybe you've worked very hard, right? You've probably worked very hard. That's probably one of the reasons you're watching this video is, what do you mean hard work? I've been working hard for, it hasn't worked for you now. But now understanding that it's not about the action you take on the outside, it's about the action you take on the inside, changing up the inside to reflect a new version of you who knows they are abundant, who feels the freedom, who feels the satisfaction, who knows everything's already taken care of, who knows not to treat life so seriously because it's all a game, it's all for fun, who knows they cannot fail. That's what leads you to the ultimate rich life. So take this, use it in your own life right now. Start saying the affirmations that feel good about money. Start visualizing yourself with more money than you know what to do with. Go out into your life and look at all the amazing things that are taking place for you, that make you feel wonderful, that make you feel good, that make you feel grateful. Look at how rich your life is now, and the more attention and focus you put on that, the more your life is going to change. It is going to shift to reflect it. Again, you can continue to live the life you're living now. You don't have to quit your job right now. Continue to live the life you're living now, but start changing the inside. And one by one, everything is going to shift for you. One by one, day by day, your life is going to become more and more abundant. One by one, day by day, you're going to start receiving more money, whether that's random checks in the mail, whether that's your friend that owed you money that's now paying you back, whether that's a promotion, whether that's the business that you have starting to take off, landing more clients, whatever the case is. It will take place. It has to. There's no way this won't work. If you guys are interested in learning more about this type of manifestation and how to manifest money, anything you want, I have just a easy, awesome, simple $10 course. It's called 6 Steps to Effortless Manifestation. If you're interested, there's a link in the top of the description box below. Again, it's just $10. You get complete access, full access, and instant access to it. I think you're absolutely going to love it. I think, you're going to love the results that come from it as well. So thanks for joining me today. And as always, I'll see you in the next video.